What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you my Go Second Eldlich deck. I got 8th at the St. Louis Regional, and I'm going to be making this video to send to some friends that weren't able to get the deck list while I was there. So we'll start off with the 3 Golden Lord. I play 3 instead of 2 because it's Go Second, and being able to send to hit something is very nice and it forces negates. Main board double spear mode. This card's clutch. Honestly, I've been thinking about bumping it to 3. It's gross. Especially against sprites, it's just a free win. They make their board. They can't really summon less than 3, and if they do, it's a lot easier to break. Usually you get them the first time. I side it out a lot, so being able to just side it out's nice, and it's really hard to play around for a lot of decks. Pankratops, this card's broken. A lot of people were confused while I was playing 1, and honestly, if I could trade out spear mode for Pankratops, I would. If I could have 3 of this in 1 spear mode. Pankratops is broken. It's a big beater and it's a quick effect. Triple Lava Golem, this is the better one over spear mode because it's really hard to play around. If you only summon 1 monster, I'm probably going to be beating you anyways. So most decks are going to try to summon 2 Omni Negates and just hope that I don't draw it. That's what a lot of people were doing because like I said, if you just summon Toad against me, you're probably going to lose anyways. Ghost Ogre, this is the best hand trap in the game, I think. It won a lot of games for me. It gets rid of big problem cards, even if it's just something minor. Hits field spells at search, so it's nice to just get that out of the way. The reason I didn't play other hand traps is because really I don't care if I'm stopping anything. I'm going second. I'm going to Lava Golem or Spear Mode you anyways, so it doesn't matter. The Magician Souls, just some extra draw power. It's really nice. It helps this deck be a little explosive. So the Magician Souls draw 2, and it helps you get into your extra deck. And the reason I wanted to do that is because there's just too many broken extra deck cards right now. So I didn't want to miss out on that. The 2 Illusion, and then the Brave Engine. This is also a very big part of the deck. It really helps whenever people are siding against you like evenly. So they have to force out that negate to get to the evenly. And next we'll go to spells. Rite of Erasmir, just 2. I was playing 3 and 3, but I kept breaking and I was drawing multiples, and I don't want to do that. Most decks don't mind, but first turn I'm not trying to make my extra deck. I usually make it like turn 2 or 3 to finish you off to kill you. Then the 2 singles, Triple Prosperity. This didn't really come up where Magician Souls and Prosperity conflicted. Worst case, I would save the Magician Souls, or I'd Prosperity the next turn. They're more than likely not going to be killing you. So Triple Curse, Eldlich, obviously. And I like this over Black Awakening because it's a quick play and it helps me stay alive if I need it. Usually I don't search it that often. It's just kind of there. I just prefer it over Black Awakening. Some people like it the other way around. So Triple Sanguine, obviously. The Golden Lord traps. Strike. Go Second Strike was actually insane. So you break their board, you start setting up your traps, whatever you open up, your Eldlich board or Brave Engine, you have it on board, and you just set Strike. It helps resolve a lot of your traps. They ash your Sanguine, Strike, it's pretty self-explanatory. There can only be 1s broken because we play the Brave Engine, Magician Souls, and Zombies. If I flip there can only be 1. It sucks that I can't summon these with a Golden Lord. But honestly, I'm probably already winning, and having 2K token, 2K Griffin Rider, and 3,500 beater Golden Lord is usually plenty, plus Magician Souls to start going in the extra deck. Yeah, it's not really hard to play around at all. Goes in Match, I wish I could play that. That card's really good right now in the meta, but I'd like there can only be 1. So we'll go into the extra deck next. Obviously these, I didn't make this card a single time, so that might come out for something. I haven't decided yet. The Nightmare cards, pretty obvious. Link Spider, just to help you get into your extra deck if you need it to get rid of the traps. Honestly, probably might cut it. Didn't really need it. Most of the time I'd rather make IP anyways and just sit on it with another monster. Go into Phoenix or Unicorn. Underworld Goddess, I played it to out problem cards that are annoying, stuff that's unaffected. It didn't come up any, but I think it's pretty necessary to keep it in. This card, nobody respects this card because nobody's playing level 1s. So this card resolves quite a bit. even if it doesn't, it's still nice to have. I would like to play a Link Karibo, I think. It would help with keeping Griffin Rider alive. A lot of people would just swing over it or try to figure out a way around it. The Charmers, Water, these are flexible. These two are mandatory, Light and Dark. They're everything is Light and Dark in the game almost. I played Water because sprites. I want to take the Toad. You can play Earth because the token's Earth, and you can play Wind with Griffin if you ever need that. If it comes up, it does come up sometimes, but there's not really many Wind monsters to take. Hulk, I forgot to put in Veiler. One of the Ghost Ogres or something in there should have been a Veiler. Just to go into Selene, it gives you a lot of kill pressure. There's absolutely no reason not to play it. This card's broken. It needs to be banned. It just gives you too many combos. There's too much that goes with this card. Selene, it's just instant access code talker. Being able to push for games and in games quickly with Eldlich is very nice. Going into time sucks with this deck. You're probably going to lose if you go into time. Everything pays. You have no burn. You have a little bit of protection, but that's it. So Cyclone, I feel like it's necessary in the Feather Duster. The only time I used this was against the Eldlich mirror match though, but it won me the game. Golden Land Forever, this is just for game 2 and 3, siding it in. Being able to search Solemn Judgment is pretty nice. I think it's pretty mandatory. Summon Limit, this card, I mean, I wanted to pick generic hand traps. Floodgates. Goes in match is nice, but it's not nice against everything. This is nice against everything. This is nice against most decks, and I can play it. That's why I like those. That's how I picked them. This stops like Sword Soul, Sprites, obviously, and that's what I sided it in against mostly. I mean, you instant win if you flip this against Sprites. They can't play around it. If you guys don't know what it does, and the ban plays on, neither player can special summon monsters with the same level as what they already have. So this guy in my 8th round went normal summon Diva, and I flipped this, and he's just like, what does that do? And yeah, he scooped. Triple Solemn Judgment, you need it, and I didn't side this card in a single time. I mean, I honestly didn't need it, so this is definitely a flex. It's a really good card. It just didn't feel necessary, and a lot of my matchups, like everything else was just better. So, blind second every game. Here's my matchups. Dragon Link, I went 1-1, that was round 1. Sky Striker, we drew, so Sky Striker, I beat him 2-1. Punk Therion, I can't beat that deck. I don't know why. It's a terrible matchup. But he 2-0'd me. Swifty 2-0. Wasn't even close. Sprites, I 2-0'd my next opponent. That's round 4. Eldlich mirror match round 5. I 2-1'd him. That game 3 I opened Feather Duster. So I mean, yeah, that was pretty nice. Tierra Elements round 6. 2-0'd them. Game 1 he bricked really bad. And game 2, I mean, I don't really know what the deck's supposed to do, but he did. He had like 10 cards left in deck, so it looked like it popped off, but his board was pretty underwhelming. He set the counter trap, he had the field spell. It was just, I mean, I spear moded him and it was game over. Earth Machines, it's something about Therions that those cards just screw my deck up. The recursion and the field spell is really, really annoying. But I beat them 2-1, and Sprite, my 8th round, 2-0'd him. The Sprite matchup was really easy. I mean, like, just dropping these cards on them, Spear Modes and Lava Golem and Pank, it's just so hard for so many decks to play around. And just blind seconding, I mean, you don't really know what to prepare for. A lot of people tried to set up the Scythe Lock. I'm playing Eldlich, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, these cards were key. Just go second. You don't normal summon, so that also doesn't matter. It's not a factor. The hardest matchups, like I said, was Punk Therion, and yeah, that's it. You usually side these out. Game 2, if I lose game 1, I want to go first, because now I know what they're playing, and I can side. So you basically just build your side to beat the decks once you figure out what they're playing. So overall, generically, this is good. I should be able to break anything with this build as long as I'm going second. That's why I built it like this. Then the side deck comes in for games 2 and 3. The other thing you have to worry about is, since you blind second, if you win the dice roll and you pick second, game 2 and 3, they might try to make you go first. So you have to kind of predict and guess a little bit, which is annoying. It can be. If, like I said, if I lose a dice roll, I pick to go second, and I beat them. Game 2, if I side to go first, they might make me go second again. It just depends. So it's really a toss-up right there. That sucks. That happened to me at Nats. I sided in to go first, and the guy made me go second, and my lava golems and spear mode were out. And most people weren't doing that day, so I got caught off guard, and it was pretty rough. That's the main downfall about blind seconding it, is if you actually win the dice roll. You don't want to win the dice roll. Most of the time, everybody wants to go first. So when you win the dice roll and you say you want to go second, it kind of gives that surprise factor away, and people get a little suspicious. They're like, okay, what kind of board should I make to play against a go second deck? They don't know what to expect, but still they have an idea that you want to go second and you're playing board breaking cards. So that's pretty much it. And if you have any other questions, I guess just leave them in the comments and somebody can answer them.